Okay, and we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
It's
everyone.
another Friday. Oh my God, another week has gone by, and this month is also flying by. Allyson and I are happy to see everybody in chat, and
Oh
let's
my
take a
God.
peek to see who is
Hi.
here. Miss Tarot D, thank you for popping in, my dear. I know Fridays are, doctor days, treatment days, so we appreciate you being here and supporting us. And I don't know if you've met Magus yet, Allison. I met Magus through Ramon. Um,
Oh, hi,
Beautiful.
Magus. I
Yes.
follow you.
Oh, okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, this is Magus. Please check out his channel. And Nancy still has her internet. Her internet goes in and
Hi,
out,
Nancy.
but
Oh,
Nancy is
okay.
here. So, and looking radiant. Yes, Miss Tarot D is always. Is there a day when Miss Tarot D isn't on fleek for us? You know what I'm saying? Do people even use that word on fleek
I don't know.
anymore?
I don't know what that means.
Oh my God,
And I
that's
have
going
something in my
back.
eye still, and it's driving me wacky.
I guess fleek is like when you're perfect. You're no everything's on
Oh,
fleek. Your
on
nails,
fleek.
your hair.
Fleek.
Okay,
Fleek.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Is that a
it's
real word? Or
ancient
is that a
already.
made up word? I
I think
realize
it's
I
like
do
made up
know it.
word.
Okay.
hmm
Yeah. But I have heard it. I don't think I've ever used it. Yeah.
So everyone's saying hello to Magus. Everyone's showing love, and Miss Terrell D says, "I feel especially pretty tonight, so thank you." Aw. And yes, and asking Nancy about the mess. We've been seeing the pictures, Nancy. It's the devastation is just unbelievable between you guys and Florida. So
Yeah.
sending lots of love out to everybody who's lost their lives and lost family, and it's been a rough summer, with these hurricanes. So everyone's sending love to each other, and yes, Miss Tarot D got her Lola. Absolutely adorable. I have seen the baby. So sweet. So check out Miss Tarot D on Facebook and see the beautiful pictures. Um, oh, Magus. He said this to me last night, and it felt like I had a big bear hug from him. And it just felt this is that kind of energy that is authentic. That when someone says something beautiful to you, it's not just to make you like them, or just for all for
Genuine.
it's genuine. It's yeah, so much love to you, Megas. Thank you so much. So talking about the Chihuahuas, um everyone's talking about Chihuahua love. um
I want to see Miss Tarot D. I gotta just give her my phone number. She can just text me.
See pictures. I mean, she's absolutely adorable. She's only 14 weeks and has learned to fetch and sit.
Aw, cute.
Oh, and my husband, wait, that's not your husband. Yes, Chihuahuas are very smart. My husband is very happy since she sees him as her favorite human. Oh, so she picked favorites already. I'm Miss Tara D. um,
They do.
let's see. Tessa Rue, who is colored like your baby. Rue was 17, blind, and Proteus. I'm not sure what that means.
Protease.
Protease. The sweetest
I
dog in the
think it's
world.
protease, and I don't know what that is, though. I've heard of it. Unless I'm, anyways. Sorry.
It's okay. And Harley is here. Hello, Harley. Good to see you. Um, Moira is here. Wow, we got 12 people already. Bobby is here. Hello, Bobby. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome. Bobby,
Bobby.
you got to join us again on another Friday night. You're fun. Allison and I like you. Um,
Yeah.
and of course, Miss Tarot D, whenever Miss Tarot D is, up to the party. Back and forth. So that's okay, Miss Tarot D. Thank you for popping in. And Miss Moonlight, Cleopatra's cat, is in the house. So everybody on your bingo boards, Cleopatra's cat. If you're following along, you can
That's
mark your
that.
Cleopatra's cat box. Oh, and I said cat box. That just sounded wrong. Yeah, Moira, my space is different. I'm moving my room around as I'm going through things and getting rid of clutter and trying to set things aside of keeping what's going. Yeah, it's a mess, but it is what it is. Lots of art stuff around me. So everyone's saying hello to everybody. Hello, Fatima. Nice to see you, and I'm sure Odelia's probably watching too. So, hello,
Hi, Fatima.
Odelia, my dear. And we have Shelby, Moon
Oh,
Fox Night. Um, let's see. My husband is much older than 14 weeks, still has not learned to fetch and sit. Oh, Moira, that's funny. I like that. And I think we're all caught up. Yes. So, I was asking Allyson backstage. I know this is the season for the veils being thin, and a lot of people are doing ancestor readings, which at some point I think we probably will do as we get closer to maybe Halloween. Allyson and I'll figure something up. But we both kind of decided, how about just opening up the floor to anybody who wants a question? It's like kind of like, what do you want to know, basically. And Allyson, I just want to, of course, remind everybody that we don't do third party, we don't do politics, we don't do health or legal questions. And if you're not sure if any of that falls into those categories, just go ahead, post your question in caps. And then if Allyson and I need to tweak it, we'll tweak it. But how was your week? Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. Oh, how was my week?
Yeah, usually we always ask how your week goes, and well, I guess
I
people.
think there's a lot of crazy shit going on with the planets right now. My week was it was intense. It's probably the best word to use.
We're getting hit with a lot of solar emissions. We're getting hit hard, the planet.
I don't know about all that, and if I believe in all that, not that I don't. I'm just saying I don't know enough about it to form an opinion. But it just felt like there was stuff going on, and like my reactions were more than they would normally be. I mean, I was fine. I held it down. I always do, but I'm talking about like what's going on within me, which, not everybody's going to know because I keep my stuff pretty close to my chest. But, yeah. And something else, and I'm not ready to say this yet, but I'm going to say it anyway. Something that I noticed, I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna quit drinking coffee. I decided that this week, in part because all of whatever this is that was going on, I could tell when I had my coffee, it just made it that much worse. And usually I'm not affected by that. And I've been wanting for numerous reasons to quit, but I don't. It doesn't keep me awake. It doesn't affect my gut. I don't, but I've also had some issues with being able to really, really well rebuild some of my nutrients after, and it's because of the coffee. It's the only crappy thing that I do. And although your doctor will never tell you, you can research it, it inhibits absorption. It just does. And so, anyways, that's probably more information everybody was looking for. But it was an interesting week because I calculated all of that, but also just the things that happened just energetically. It just felt really just like, I don't know. And depending on what's going on, with all the what's going on in the sky, it's gonna affect all of us differently. Like there's been a lot of times this year that I have heard people saying that, and I was perfectly fine. So it really does come down to, I'm sure, what your chart looks like and what your planets are and what's going on with them and all that. So, but for me, it's been, and there's a full moon in Aries next week. Yeah. And Harley, and actually something that I'll mention now, which I don't know if Heather would be bringing this up or not. We talked about this loosely this week.
Hi, Rain.
So, hey, Rain. So, it's premature to probably even mention this. Another thing is premature to mention, but I'm going to mention it because, well, that's how I am. I've just barely started tipping my toe into the whole sidereal astrology. Not that I'm any kind of expert whatsoever with tropical, but I know a fair amount. Anyways, Wow. Um, so yeah, and I've been wanting to change the name of my channel. Loosely kind of sort of thought about it several times,
Hmm.
and I'll be doing that because I'm not an Aries. And so we kind of need to get rid of the
I
Aries
know my
girl.
sidereal turned me upside down. You know, Allyson and I were
So
comparing
yeah,
charts.
that'll be changing. I've got some strong possibilities. I'll probably be changing that before too long.
I thought
She
Allyson
was
was extreme.
pregnant. LOL, not sidereal. That's hilarious.
Hello,
That would be an
Ramon.
act of God if I was pregnant.
Good to
Um,
see you.
but anyways, yeah.
Hi,
So
Judah.
very, very, very interesting. And I encourage any of you that have not looked at your sidereal chart, even if you don't know anything at all about astrology, just to learn your sun, your moon, and your rising, right? And basically what that means. I think probably all of you at least know what the different signs look like and what a rough description is of the signs, regardless of houses and just all that. There's just so much, so much. But because it's very, very, very interesting. And a lot of you, some of your placements won't change at all. And but for a lot of you, many of them will. And it may suddenly, like with me, click and go, oh, right. Because like for me, who's always, followed tropical,
Hmm.
my birthday is March 21, and which is boom, very first day of Aries. It's the very, 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 very beginning. It's the first day on the wheel.
She's the first day through the door. She's the one that, yeah, she's the
Yep.
first day through the door, should I say, her
But
birthday's.
when you read about Aries and the stuff about Aries, with the exception of a couple characteristics, mm, not so much, but I also have a Venus placement in Aries. So I have kind of always owned it. And there's stuff about Aries that I like and whatever. And I just have always, and anyways, I've always really, really, really gravitated towards Pisces and felt very Piscean. Well, guess what? It's like when you do the sidereal, I'm like pretty much right in the middle, Pisces. And I have four Pisces placements in sidereal. All of my intuitive stuff and all that, and it's right there. And in my other chart, it's just not. And so it's like, oh, okay. Now I do think, and this is interesting and probably controversial, but whatever. I'm not here to
I'll be
argue
right
that.
back.
Yep. I feel like you can do both, and there are other options too. I mean, there's different forms of astrology, but I feel like the way I'm interpreting it, and this is true for me anyhow, is that the tropical is more for like especially if you resonate with it, more like everyday life type things, and because it is, especially if you were born here, and how it looked at the time of your birth and whatever, living here in the States and all of that. Whereas the sidereal is more going, you could apply it to everything, including what I was just mentioning, but also it's really going to be the more true essence of who you are and all of that. So yeah, so that would be, I think that's how I'm going to be addressing it. I think at this point, but very, very, very interesting. Excited to learn more. This winter break, because those of you that know, I work with the school system. When we're out for winter break, I will. I think for Christmas, I'm going to get myself. What is it, Julia Kuchia Watts?
Yeah, Julie Kutsia Watts. Hmm.
Kutsia Watts. I'm going to get her workbook and deep dive on that over winter break, and probably also look at what else is out there. But that's on my bucket list, the whole, because I've always wanted to learn astrology, and I've decided that that's going to be the one that I'm actually going to learn. It's not going to be tropical.
Wow, we got a lot
So
of Pisces in chat. Wow.
And it's just very, yeah, because
You got everybody in chat.
Pisces is, yeah, yeah. Pisces,
My
Cancer,
stance of
Scorpio
Pisces.
is the
Hmm.
very, that's where you have the, well, not that, honestly, most people have, I'm not going to say every sign somewhere in their chart, but a lot. Most people do have a lot of water, or some water, that which is going to be lend itself the most to these things. Not that other placements don't. I know, well, probably know people, their sun sign, of all the different signs, but some definitely more than others. Um, so, anyways, yeah. So I just thought that was super, super interesting.
You really got the
So
conversation going in chat. So,
it's very, very interesting.
um,
My chart completely changed, like totally changed. And one other thing, you got to have your birth time. You got to have your birth time. That determines your first house, and without it, it's just
yeah.
pointless. It just really is. So, you got to have your birth time. So,
So, really, just quick, Spirit Rain said, if I got pregnant, it would be the Immaculate Conception. So she
same,
was shocked. um,
same.
and Harley says, good for you, Allison, for attempting something new.
Oh yeah,
Um,
girl, all the
and
time.
Shelby, no babies unless it's a fur baby. Yeah. And yes, Miss Moonlight, you need to know the birth time for this system.
Yes.
So that answered that question right there.
Yep.
Moira said also you can compare your Western chart in different house systems. That is very interesting too. Let's see. And Rain said, I admire you for diving deeper into astrology, Allison. I feel like my brain doesn't have room for all that information. Same here. It's so very interesting, though. And everybody since then has just been sharing. Fatima is Pisces. We have Moira, who is Pisces. So
You know
everybody,
what
a
I should
lot
have
of people,
done, and I'll do it next time. I
Pisces
printed
twins.
out the whole chart that's all the birthdays right next to tropical, next to sidereal. Because a lot of people, it's like they think they're in, it switches. Um,
It was Miss Tara
yeah.
D jumping back and forth. And look who's here. At least he's semi early, or not semi, semi on time.
Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom. We got to get you on, Tom, one of these nights. But Tom, it's been, and Tom, not sharing too much of your information, but, the same, he's been getting a lot of sleep too, been wanting to sleep. So I think a lot of us are just really feeling like this is the time we're moving into that season where we just, the days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer. And I love to curl up into bed and naturally start, you know, sleeping more, start seem to connect with,
I love
the
sleep.
dream time and stuff. So,
Love it.
um, and Judith says, my mother doesn't remember my birth time, but my mom
You
did.
know what? I'm so sorry. My uh
Hello, Sonia.
actually it doesn't matter. Somebody that was in my life for many, many years, his mother did not remember the time of his birth, which is crazy. He was born at home
Hmm.
and she does not remember what time he was born.
Moira said you can all, you might, wait a minute. Moira said you can have your
Yeah,
charts
you know what?
rectified if you don't. I don't know what
I
that means.
disagree. But yeah, if you don't know the time, you don't know the time. The time determines the first house.
One day, one
And
day.
without that, well, the whole chart, it's, you got to have the time.
Yes, and Tom, one day,
Sidereal, you got to have the
one day,
time.
Tom says, one day, Tom, you have to because we got to play bingo together. That would be a fun Friday night show. We'll make a little thing. We'll keep it on our phones, and we can all play along with Friday night psychics bingo. That would be really fun. I think just for to lighten the mood. Let's see. Everyone's talking about their cats. I love this time when it gets darker and the night sky comes to life. Yes, Shelby. I love that. For me, I love new moons. I think birth time is on a birth certificate. It should be. So if you're not sure, if you know where you can get your birth certificate from the
That's
registrar
where
or
everybody gets
wherever.
it from. Yeah, is
Mhm.
your birth certificate. It wasn't. I don't even actually. You know what? I'm not even going to say that. I think it depends on the state. I don't know what year or when they started doing it. It depends. I was born in 1970. The time is on my birth certificate. My sister was born in 65. Was not on her birth certificate, but we knew the time. My mom knew the time. Yeah. Well, ideally you have the actual time, because it can, it makes a difference. Very, even a couple minutes can make a big difference. So yeah, you want the time.
Miss Moonlight was born at home.
A lot of us were, and that's what a blessing.
And yep, public records. So you have to pay a fee probably for it. That's how the government.
Yeah,
local
and it
governments
also
make money,
depends on whether or not the hospitals wrote it down, and did they write down the right time, or did they just write it down when they did their charts at the end of the shift? I mean, it's so, most moms are going to know, or the dad, usually, you would think. Yeah.
And
my mom knew mine.
Yeah,
my son was born at 8:11 a.m. and he weighed 8 pounds 11 ounces.
Oh wow, well that's interesting. Look at those numbers. And Tom wanted to know, like, can you be like within the hour? So if may not be exactly sure the minutes, is as long as it's within the hour, or no, you actually need.
It's. I mean,
Gotcha.
I don't know, but no, you want the time. There's a big difference between 8:10 and 8:50. Huge. I mean, it's a big difference.
And Miss Tarot D says, I was born at home as well. I was actually delivered by my father. Very nice.
I remember when my son, my son was born at a birthing center, and he was supposed to be born in the water, but as it turned out, they had to get me out a couple different times to check my son's heart rate, because my water had already broke. So they would get me out of the water, I don't know, like once every 45 minutes or whatever the rules were, whatever. Anyways, he was born on land. While I was, they had this belt on me to measure his heart rate and all that. Anyways, we're looking at my ex-husband's face because he was down near my feet. His eyes got so big right as my son was born. It was hilarious. And he did catch him, and he did he cut the cord and all of that. But
wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Rain said, I don't have my birth time, but Jane the Seeker suggested that I use my pendulum to find my birth time, and I got it. Tried again, same time. So I'm pretty sure I know the time now. And that depends on how, accurate you think your pendulum is, the accuracy. So, I don't know if I would, for me personally, Rain, I don't know how,
however you feel accurate, about it. If you feel like it's accurate enough,
it's accurate,
just go for it, and you'll know if the chart's right or not when you start.
I love my pendulums, but lately my pendulums have been like 50-50, and it's just, I'm not sure how reliable mine are. And Tom said, my mom always just said lunchtime. Tom, when you were born, during lunchtime.
I'll be right back.
Yes. So.
I love that lunchtime.
And I'm going to go through and just get rid of the star comments. And again, if anybody, would like a reading, Allyson and I are kind of doing the opens. Of course, everybody knows the golden rule on Heather's channel: no third party or politics. Watch with the health and legal, and but this time of year too, if anybody would like to maybe messages from a loved one, maybe we can try to tap into that. And let's see if I got caught up. So let's see. Miss you all. Milton was brutal. So Sonia, are you in Florida? Oh, honey, I hope you're okay and that you're safe. Well, obviously you're safe. You're here with us, but we've been seeing videos and stuff too. So much love to you, Sonia. I hope you and your family and your fur babies, the animals too. A lot of animals lost their lives as well. A lot of people out there with BS charts. So yeah. talking about babies and now morning bathtubs and do. So talking about Harley, talking about toddler pictures. Oh wait a minute, Harley. I only have toddler pictures as well. I also don't look any like of my siblings. My mother's deathbed. I had to ask who my real father was. Laugh out loud. you know, you could tell. Me that all me and my siblings were. Um,
And sometimes that happens, Miss Terody. Sometimes it just happens.
well, I don't know. Yeah. So Heather, did I see your question? Yes, I did, Harley. I did, my dear. So, um, I'm going ahead and starring. Um, let's see. Talking. Safe in Ohio. That's why my question. Okay, hon. Let's see. Rain says, I used my pendulum with my spirit board. I got the exact same time twice. Totally love and trust my
That's
pendulum.
cool.
It's tough not having a birth certificate with parents who refuse to give info. Yeah, Rain's kind of got one of those families, but we love
What do
you,
you
Rain. You're part of our
mean?
family. Well, her family doesn't communicate with her. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, kind of like mine in some in many ways. But I'm sorry, Rain, sweetheart. Let's see. Do you look like the mailman? Oh my! Are you asking me that, Tom, or Miss Tarot D? I think he's. You better be asking Miss Tarot D. And Miss Tarot D says, Allison, all of my brothers had blue eyes and blonde hair and very fair skin and very short, which is not Miss Tarot D. So,
Well, you can always get your,
I know, right, Tom?
which is a whole lot of fun anyway. And at
Heather can
Christmas
tell
time,
you
it'll
I
be
am.
like half off.
Yes.
Every time there's a damn holiday, they offer it half off. It's like $50 now. It's like nothing.
Yeah. And hi, Karen. Karen Care Bear is here. She had a wonderful show with Kristen
Hi,
Louise.
Karen.
So, hello, Karen, my dear. Sorry I couldn't stay for your whole show. All righty. So, I wanted to do Sonia's. Oh, wait a minute. We have somebody here. Who is this? It's Bobby. How's your internet
Hey,
today, Bobby?
everybody.
Hi, Bobby.
Welcome.
Hi. Yeah, I'm
Hi.
backstage dancing. I'm like, hello.
Well, you know how fast chat jumps, so I've been trying to keep an eye on there.
Hi.
So
How was everybody?
good. And how are you?
Right. So I heard you. I'm good. I heard you talking about birth times. I actually do know my birth time. Um,
Very
I
cool.
was born at 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
Yes,
AM
I
or
don't know
Bobby.
what that
PM?
means, but
AM
hello,
or PM.
everybody.
So we gotta remember now where Bobby is with his
AM.
internet. There's a slight delay, so he might freeze a little bit. So
Yeah.
we'll try not to, talk over you, Bobby, and vice versa. But it's lovely having you here. And Rain says, Bobby, you look very robotic right now, doing the robot. Remember? 80s, or are you too young for that?
Let me
No,
back
that's
out and try to. Let me back out and try to come in again.
okay.
You don't think that'd help?
Well, I don't know. You can try. I mean, you're okay right now.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Mr. OD stalker. Let's see. Unscheduled flight. It was a
Okay.
rescue flight.
How is everybody? Where did I go? There I am.
I don't know. You're frozen. Oh,
So
there you're unfrozen.
before I
Okay.
forget, maybe this was a bad idea, Heather.
Why?
Yeah, I don't think I should do this. I'm wrecking your broadcast.
You're not wrecking our broadcast. We all have days where our internet's wonky.
You sure?
Oh,
Because
Well, we can
look what I
try.
got. This is, oh, you can't see with my light. It's the skeleton tarot.
oh, I had
Oh,
that.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. You have the skeleton tarot?
I do.
It's freaking, how can I do this? It's
It is.
freaking
Let me grab it.
awesome. And it's black edged everything. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't usually like creepy decks. I like dark decks, but not totally creepy as all hell. But
oh, look who else has
I
joined
got
us.
this because
Hello,
Ramon.
Amanda. Oh, there she is. She's got it. Oh, that back is beautiful.
Amanda!
Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous.
That
back.
is it.
The
Yes.
dark side skeleton tarot is what my box says.
Dark side tarot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome
it
to
is.
the
It's
dark
beautiful,
side.
isn't it?
I've
It's so
already
pretty.
got this gorgeous
It's
little
gorgeous.
bag to keep it in. It
The
is.
black
And
edge
as
is
soon
very
as I started using or doing the unbox, my cousin who had passed was, I kept thinking about him because he would have just loved this deck. And I realized I think
Uh-oh.
that he's,
We're losing you, Bobby. Oh,
uh-oh.
yeah. You're frozen. Are you there? Every time I say you're frozen, I want to start singing Madonna. You're frozen. Is your heart not open? Because you're frozen when your heart's not open. Yeah. Yeah, it's choppy. Shoot, because sometimes, Bobby, you're just like boom, 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 but the inner, oh, ah, shoot. So, in case you can, oh, so Bobby, in case you can hear, Miss Tarot D says, I saw your walkthrough. Really nice of, I think, that deck. And Harley says, wonky cold Medina. Oh, I got a private chat here. Let me in. Oh, yeah. Internet, especially with the issues that we're having with the sun. They talk about the sun ejections or emissions, and then we got that little thing called a meteorite flying around the planet. Hopefully it's supposed to shoot back up into space like they said, and not here. So that would whoop, yeah, we lost. So Jason is here. Hello, Jason. Let's see. Oh no, Heather's doing the magic summoning ritual of Ramon, mentioning Madonna. Actually, Ramon already popped in and said hi, but I think he's still at work. But who knows? Maybe. And there's an '80s song. Well, actually, it wasn't the '80s. That Madonna song came out in the '90s, actually '96, '97. So can't quite use that one. I don't think, Tom, on the bingo board. So let's see. So Sonia, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and put, I don't know if Bobby's going to be able to come back, but I do want to be able to, the horror
I do have this
oracle.
too.
Very
Anybody
cool.
wants a card from this? Sorry,
Oh, that'll be fun.
I'm being squirrel. I also have this, you guys.
So Sonia had to leave Florida. She was air vac to Ohio, and she says, I can't stay long, but can you see if me moving out of Florida to Ohio is good or better to wait? Oh, that's kind of hard. I mean, I could pull cards
Can't
on the
stay
energy.
long, but can you see if me moving out of Florida soon to Ohio is good or better to wait?
Let's see. Bobby's in chat. Okay.
I would say, without even pulling cards, I would say it depends on how extensive your move is. Like, do you have a whole house full and you got to sell your house? You got to like pack everything up and rent something to move it all and put your car on a trailer and blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. You might want to wait till hurricane season's over. But if you can just get on a plane and ship a couple things,
Actually, let me use a little Norman. So Bobby's going to try one more time. And Allison Rain says classic horror. Love it, Allison, because she is a big horror
Oh, are
movie
you?
junkie.
Rain. And I'm not, but this is so cute. And I thought I'd get it. And the first couple polls I did live last week on this show, and I was kind of like, and then they got better. And then I played around with it a little bit this week. It's fun. It was
Hi,
only
Jay.
like $20. I ordered it off of Amazon. I broke my own rules. I don't usually order from Amazon. Yeah, I'm not an Amazon girl, but I did because I was getting a couple other things. So I did order it. Actually, it wasn't even $20. I think it was like 18 or something. Not that it matters. I'm just saying it's inexpensive, and it's got 50 cards, I think it is. And I love the artwork on it, and they're the cards are nice. And yeah, I just thought it would be fun for October, and it is. So she wants to know about moving to Florida.
No, moving
now
out of Florida
or waiting or to Ohio. All right,
So
let me
moving
mute
to
this.
Ohio.
I'm going to pull from this Egyptian gods deck. I'm not going to do tarot on this. I'm just going to pull an oracle and see
Okay.
what it is.
I'm actually using Lenormand, and I had a couple cards jumping. Jack, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What, Miss Tarot D? Did someone?
Jumper.
Wait a minute. Jaguar just calls someone a big horror girl. Horror girl. Miss Tarot D. Okay. So, okay, Sonia, right off the bat, sweetheart, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put myself here on the middle one here if I can find this here. So Sonia, the overall energy on the bottom, I do have the clouds. So right now there's a lot of confusion going on. There is just so many variables.
So when I was here before, my internet wasn't plugged in to my computer.
Okay. So Sonia, the clouds, there's some confusion. Things are unclear right now. And it's I mean, we know what's with Florida and everything. This is emotional. This is devastating. And I think right now, at this time, possibly making a major move like this would not necessarily be I would think a good idea. And I'll show you the rest of the cards because there's just so much, and this is right over, the house, the building. So again, the clouds over the house. What do I do? There's just so much emotional right now that we wouldn't be able to be grounded enough, maybe clear enough to be able to really grasp how we think clearly. Because we know when we get stressed, we get anxious, we get emotional. It's really hard to make a clear and concise decision. Now, the cards that I got I did get now this is the coffin card in this deck, and it's the hearse. So to me, this is the moving. This is like leaving the devastation. It would be a rebirth to go to Ohio probably for you, because the death card can literally mean there's been all this death, there's destruction, but moving forward, it can also create a rebirth for you. The next card I have is the cross, which is all about suffering. The burdens, carrying the cross. I mean, this is about sadness. This is about grief. This is about pain. This is about suffering. So right now, I'm feeling like this wouldn't necessarily be a good idea. But the last card that I did get was the fish card. And the fish represents abundance, prosperity, security. So I would probably, again, wait till everything is settled in. I don't know if you have any type of like insurance. I know that FEMA is having people reapplying. If they get denied, I don't know if there's any type of insurance or what, but it just feels like right now there's just too much up in the head, up in the emotions right now to really make a firm decision. But so I would suggest giving it some time. And we lost Bobby. So I'm going to give you over to Allyson.
So, Heavenly Blessed Honey,
Iadra.
very interesting. I got an absolutely on, yep, you're meant to go do this, but you should wait. I got healing and wholeness, which to me means this needs to happen. Well, this is what needs to happen, which means waiting. And then I got change and transformation when I asked if you should even do this. I got it. So that's a big old yes. And then I pulled from the Horror Oracle just for fun, and I got fate. So yeah, you're supposed to truck it on up to Ohio, but just wait until there's no rush to get there. I mean, well, it might see. I don't know the details of your life. Maybe it seems like it's going to cost you more. It's going to be this or that, whatever. But you can do what you want ultimately. But Spirit, from these cards, it's saying, the best case scenario is for you to take care of whatever needs to take care of. Yeah. And then go later, like maybe once, because all the hurricane stuff will calm down, right? I'm sure you know that. I don't know how long you've lived there. I lived in Florida.
Uh-oh. No, Allyson froze. My guests are freezing. Am I doing something?
I froze?
Yeah. Oh, there you're back. Okay, you're moving.
But yeah. So, yep. That's what I got.
So, Sonia, I just went ahead and pulled a few more of the Lenormands, and I did get the Sun card. So the Sun is going to come out. The card is about success. I think you feel like this is a very good move. I did get the Tower, and of course, towers represent institutions. So this could be finances, housing, but also too, it's like look at this gargoyle up here. You're getting perspective. You're going to be up higher. If you give yourself some time, you'll see things from a better perspective. And look at that, almost like a key, like the key to the new house or a new place. So that's the key. Just being patient, waiting till everything calms down, settles down.
Solutions.
Solutions. You have your money and your finances is set. But like Allyson, I got a good card too. So sending you a lot of love, Sonia. So sorry this has happened to a lot of our a lot of our readers and a lot of our chatters. So let me take Sonia out of here. And Harley, life is short. Do I make the call? I'm thinking, wait a minute. What? Harley, what do we got going here?
Life is short. Do I make the call I'm thinking of, or do I wait for it? Is it awaited and welcomed? Will it have a positive outcome? Too vague, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that about a boy?
Oh, Harley girl.
Life is short. Do I make the call I'm thinking of, or do I wait for it? Is it awaited and welcomed? Yeah.
I love Allyson.
No. What are you asking?
Yeah, we're not laughing at you, Harley. We're just having, this is.
I am. No, I'm just kidding.
It feels like a boy.
Reword it. What are you actually asking?
Yeah, Harley.
Life is short. That's right. Your answer's right there. Make the call. Yeah, life is short. Make the call. There you go. All right, keep it moving.
Okay. Unless Harley, you have something more, you know.
If it's not welcomed, you'll find out.
Yeah. So we might come back to that.
Outcome? Well, if you can, I would.
Harley, Heather, she goes, Allyson and Heather, do I make the call or not? Harley, you have to decide on that. I don't have the yes. I don't do the young cards. The yes.
What is the call about? What are you asking?
Yeah.
Call about what? Do I make the call or not?
I don't know.
Are you yelling?
Is this about a boy, Harley? See, even Jay says, Harley, just pick up the phone. Reach out and touch somebody. Isn't that AT&T? Just reach out and touch somebody. She goes, would it be better to wait? Harley, honey, You have got to listen to your. Well, I'll pull a
Harley
card,
make a phone call,
but you got to listen to your gut.
Should Harley make
sweetheart.
this phone call, or should she wait?
Oh, what deck should I use for
Should
this?
Harley make this phone call, or should she wait? Harley.
Yeah. So Harley, I went ahead one day when I was in high school. I found Dan's name in the yellow pages or the white pages, if people remember what those are. I found his name. I found his address. I found his phone number, and I called him. And we talked for a little bit. It was cool, but nothing else became of that. But we were still friends, so just call.
I'd say leave it alone. Move on. Don't bother. I got 6 of Swords.
Ooh.
Make of it what you want. That's what I got.
So,
I mean, you can make a call if you want to. It's up to you.
But I mean, you're asking them. That must mean that you don't feel.
Yeah, if I knew more, I could ask the question differently. But I just ended up asking, should she make this call or not? Okay, what'd you get, Harley? Heather?
This is. I'm not laughing at you, Harley, but this is just so apropos. Harley, you are sitting on the fence or the bridge. You're looking at this. What do I do? Do I move forward? I'm looking at this image wise, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. So you're sitting there. Do I want to make the call? Do I want to invest in this? I don't know what to do. The bottom of the deck, I got the 5 of Swords. About defeat.
So the 10 of Pentacles tells me that she already has what she needs.
That too.
That she already has what she needs. And then what is that? You got the 5 of Swords?
Yeah.
So yeah, for again, you don't. It's a no.
No. I know this looks like Gerald and and everything, but well, look at this.
I know that deck. I have that card. It does. I never thought about that. I'm like, oh, that does kind of look like him.
Does. I'm going to manifest Gerald now, but no.
If Gerald happens to see this later, look, I don't know if he has the hush or not, but that does kind of look like him.
But Harley, yes, you do have everything you already need for yourself, or the feeling or the information. But again, sitting on the thing, the 5 of, it feels like a bullying. It'll feel defeat. We typically see people walking away, the person hanging their head down. So I get a no on that one. I would do a pass, Harley, on that one. I think that's the Harley not making light of you. I think that was one of the funniest reads I think we've ever had.
I also got this. I also got Judgment, which in this deck, it's this skeleton laying in the coffin. And for me, because this is the decision, right? I think on some level, and that's why you're questioning.
Whoa. Oh, I did not do that. Wow. Allyson, come back. There she is. She came back. You were gone.
I know. I saw a buffer.
I mean, even down at the bottom of the screen. And I was like, guys, I didn't do it.
And this is her all stuck in her head up of it.
Oh, boy.
About it. This deck is absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I just got this. You guys, this is the Anatomy Tarot. It's all skeleton and botanical and instruments.
Yeah, she loved that skeleton card in the coffin. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
These are the blades.
Ouch.
These are the cups, these potions.
That is cool. Ramon had that last night.
The coins.
Oh, they're pelvises. That's cool. Well, most of them are pelvises.
A couple of them are. Yeah. And hold on, where's the wand? Here's a major arcana. This is the Empress.
Oh, that's different.
It's very antique-y, vintage, botanical. And here's the rods. It's gorgeous.
And Miss Tarot D says, Harley got strong magic. She zapped Allyson for laughing at her. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I said hello or but we did have Jason Simpson join us, and Jay is in the chat as well. She had popped in to say hi. So
hi, Jay.
Oh my God, Miss Tarot D, you are my ultimate gorgeous crush. Oh, that's so sweet. So yeah.
By the way, anybody doesn't know, this is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. You can purchase this at Barnes and Noble. Just so y'all know, it's a lot less expensive on Amazon. But yeah, I wanted it, and then I took it off my list, and wanted it, and took it off my list, and da 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 da. And then I saw it for a better price than I'd ever seen it. And I was like, oh, screw it. And I went ahead and ordered it. And now, and the first deck that I got, two of the cards were like creased, like from the stamping machine, like a full-on crease.
Mhm.
The Lovers, and actually there were three cards. The Lovers was really bad. So I returned it, and then they sent me another one, and it was fine. So
All righty. So I don't know if anybody saw that troll. I got them really quick. You can't get past
good
me.
job.
Yes. So Shelby, Moon Fox. That's who Shelby is. Hello, Earl. If you can, I would like one. I would like to get a reading from the mountain that I've been to today. Oh, so
Oh,
you
what's
visited
the name of the mountain?
Yeah,
What's
Moon.
the name of the
Shelby,
mountain?
what's the mountain's name? And Rain says, Allyson, you are tempting me with your decks. Purchase responsibly. And Earl.
She was one that
is
said
kind
she
of-
liked the horror, right?
Yes, because she loves horror movies. She's got the horror tarot.
Rain, I'm like you. I save my pennies and I spend very wisely and all of that. But this was very inexpensive, and for Oracle, and you could use it all year, right? Especially if you like horror. And it's got 50 cards, right? And Oracles often only have like 44 or whatever. So it's got 6 more cards than they normally do. And I'm happy to show some of them if you want me to. Just let me know.
Okay. Did you want to do
The
that?
other day I went to the mountain, and that same night Michelle was on, and I asked her the same question. The mountain's name is Wachusett. Okay, what does she want to know? Is there a message for her
from the mountain that she went to?
Okay.
Yeah, she goes, I went again today.
Where is she?
I don't know where
Mount
Shelby is.
Wachusett. Okay.
I went again today, and I was wondering if there was any more or something else again. Okay. And hello, Carolyn. I saw you pop in. Hello. Okay, Carolyn, let me start your question. And let me get back to the mountain's name here, Wachusett. So does Wachusett have a message?
I can go.
Do you want me to take this down so you can show your cards better, or do you want me to leave it up for you?
No, it's fine. I'm actually going to pull one more. So, Moon Fox, the mountain here, it's interesting. I kept going through it, and I never do a couple cards. I always do a spread. There's nothing else. I'm going to go through this one more time while I'm talking to you and see if a couple more cards will come out. Being very stubborn. It's interesting, but it is 2 major arcana, so maybe that's all that's supposed to come out of here. Oh. So, Okay. So there's something here that you need to take a chance on or take a risk on. And you know very well what this is, intuitively, or it's something you kept to yourself, or it's this feels spiritual. I don't know what this is. But there's something here, and you might have gotten that message while you were there, or you were thinking about it. Mountains are very, or they can be. I've had numerous experiences where you have some profound feelings or communications with your guides, or maybe it is in fact, the energy of the mountain or whatever it is. But and again, I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and I got the Fool and the High Priestess, and that's what I got when I looked at this. And then finally, a moment later, after I said all of that to you, the Hierophant flew out. You got 3 major arcana that came out in a row. And the Hierophant is about mastery, and it can absolutely be spirituality. It could be a lot of different things, but putting it right next to the High Priestess, this is the male and the female, really, spiritual cards, honestly. So, and I feel like the Hierophant could be the mountain itself, like confirming. I don't know if that means anything to you. But if it doesn't, I would give it some thought. And then separate from that, I did get the 8 of Wands. This thing quite possibly has been, hold on one second.
And I just want to say something really quick. Shelby, we're not going to tell you what Michelle said to you. That's between you and Michelle and her reading for you. So we won't do that. This is your reading from us.
Is a burden, right? So, and I feel like this relates to the Fool card. So there's some sort of new beginning. It doesn't mean that new beginning is spiritual based. It could be, or it just means that your spirit team, the mountain, your guides, whatever, when you were at the mountain, whatever is trying to penetrate this message. A lot of mountains are very powerful and or have portals. Honestly, I'm curious as to why you're even asking that the mountain has a message for you. But it's probably, something along the lines of what we were just talking about. I had more than one powerful experience at Mount Shasta in 2010. When I was there visiting. I lived in California for years, but me and somebody used to be in my life. We went out there for actually a shaman workshop and retreat and shamanism. And we spent several days there and also at the lake that I always goof the name up at Siskiyou. And I hate saying it wrong because I can't stand it when people pronounce things wrong. But we were at the lake, and then we were also at the base of Mount Shasta, and we did hiking and everything else around there. And it's just absolutely amazing. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming through, and that was a very powerful time in my life. But anyways, I hope that was helpful in some sort of way. Look how gorgeous these cards are.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty. So,
and just before I go on with Shelby's reading, Carolyn was letting know that they've been experiencing a lot of losses. We've had 6 deaths in 8 days and are waiting for another one. So much love to you, Carolyn, and to Peter. So sorry to hear that, honey. Everyone's sending love to you.
Wow.
That's rough.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's crazy. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Those are really cool cards. Thanks, Allyson, Shelby said.
You're welcome.
So, Shelby, I ended up pulling from the the Theban Oracle, which is the witch's alphabet. And I got what would be corresponding to the letter R in our alphabet, and that's how R is represented in the Theban. And this is your card. And it's interesting because the key words to this card is soul, renewal, or transformation. So this mountain is a source of spiritual renewal for you, transformation. You are experiencing it on a deep level, and this is resonating with you. It feels very profound. From my ethereal deck, I did pull the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles again is about new beginnings. It's the earth. That's what, the mountains are part of the pentacle suit. It's of the earth. It's of being grounded, and new opportunities. So there's something with this mountain that is offering you spiritually. It's a gift helping you maybe spiritually reconnect to certain parts of yourself, that you may have lost, or ones that you want to connect with, things that you haven't explored yet. And right now, the overall energy, or what I kind of look at as like kind of like the challenge with this, I did get the Seven of Cups. So there are so many ideas and so many possibilities for you with you thinking about this. I think what is good is to be able to get grounded, be at the mountain, and it's basically, for me, it's saying you have so many, it's almost like an indecision. You have so many options, and it's to get grounded. This is what the mountain's there to help you, is to help you get grounded, help you to meditate, and kind of start with so many options, not sure which way to go, and just start grounding, meditating, and focusing and listening from within. I did get the Two of Cups. So for me, this is a spiritual, very intuitive, psychic connection that you are developing, not just with the mountain, but within yourself. For me, I'm feeling it as and reading it as it's bringing your spiritual self. It's helping you connect with your soulmate, as in your soulmate for yourself, your other self, your spiritual self, your higher self. And then the last card I have for you, Shelby, it's beautiful. It's the World card. And there you go again. It's a connection again. Everything's going to come full circle. So this mountain is a teacher, it's a guide, but saying to kind of get out of your head, not so many decisions, and start focusing on one at a time. And I think that's it, helping you to gain grounded and start paying attention to the signs that they're, because of all those cups, I'm feeling you're like, which one? But if you take the time to ground, still your mind, connect intuitively with yourself, with your intuition and your higher self, and again, like the world, gain grounded, those Seven of Cups are going to merge into one or two. And that mountain is there to kind of be your guide, that grounding to you. And there's that Ace of Pentacle. And again, that card of transformation, rebirth, and moving forward. So that's what I have for you, Shelby. Okay, let me put those cards back. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, let's see. Seeing if I missed anything. So Miss Tarot D is back. YouTube is crazy busy tonight. It's Friday. So yes. Already everyone giving condolences. Yeah, Miss Tarot D, Bobby just couldn't keep the connection. Just kept falling out. So perhaps another time when his connection is better. And let me see. When I go to the mountain, I think of Elsa from Frozen 2 on her journey. I never saw the movie, but I hear it's a. And you are muted, just so you know, Allyson.
Thank you. I forgot because I was shuffling. Is Rain still here?
Rain, are you here? Because right now, here, let me mute. I was gonna say there's another, there was the drag race, so another little box gonna be checked off on the bingo. Rain, are you still here? Because right now it's 10 o'clock her time, and she's usually in bed by now, she said, when we go on. So so everyone's talking, everyone's saying goodbye to Amanda. So kind of, but it's a choppy storyline. Oh, she's talking about Elsa. Let's see. I mentioned that I did meditate while I was up there, seeing if I could connect to the mountain, and I thought of the words "just be here." Then go with that. That's your message. These are wonderful cards and great reading. Thank you. I kind of feel connected with the mountain and the nature there, and thought of living there one day or have a place like that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So you got a new connection that could be a very simple message. You got the Fool and the High Priestess. That's
Ace
just
of Pentacles.
that's acknowledging that the connection that it was made. And then the Hierophant came as, because I was asking for another card and they got the Hierophant. So I would just take that as a couple of like, and I don't normally do that, like just a couple, like just quick little confirmations. And that's why they were all, the only 2 cards came out, and it's basically just face value, right? It was just confirmation of what you experienced. I think that's really cool.
And she also said, it's pricey. There are Richie. They're in Richie there. I found a place that 4,000, unfortunately, is going a lot.
Anything that's mountainside, or that's especially in, where did she say what state?
I don't know. It's Wachusett. I don't know where Wachusett
It's going to be very expensive. Yeah.
So, all right, let me take Shelby down. Karen, are you still here, my dear? Karen.
Guidance on how to best communicate my frustration with communication
and expectations in
my relationships. I am just, wait a minute. Guidance on how to best communicate my frustration with the communication
and expectations
in my relationship. Guidance on how to, you want to know what I think?
She's present. She's here.
Because you should never feel that way. Nope. I'm assuming you're talking about the person that, and again, I don't know you, but I know I do a little bit, kind of. Are you married?
Yes, she is.
Girl. She's got little kiddos, right?
Twins. She's a Gemini, and I think her twins are Gemini too, if I remember.
Oh, and you're all Geminis. You and your girls. Guidance on how to best communicate. Oh, I bet you do communicate. You probably fire it out and then pull it back, would be my guess. Oh, that's rough. And I'm so sorry. Can you put her question up again one more time? I won't read it aloud, but I want to read it, how she worded it again. Guidance on how to best communicate my frustration.
She says, yes, I'm married to a Scorpio. My daddy was a Scorpio.
I know, Heather. You say that every single time.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, honey.
I just miss my papa so much.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, guidance on how to best communicate it. Oh, God. Counseling. If you got to be in counseling or dip, one or the other. I mean, and I'm sorry, I'm right to the point, right? Guidance on how best to communicate. Is it you or him? You need to know how to communicate to him, or to get him to talk nicely, to communicate nicely, because he's a Scorpio. You probably communicate just fine, but you also might be hesitant and hold back.
Yeah, she says, I pull back while he fires off to me because he just explodes.
Well, yeah, it's too volatile, girl. It's too volatile.
That's, yeah.
You're gonna tread water until you just can't tread water anymore. Him being the water. And I'm sorry, but that's just what I feel. Your energy feels very timid, scared.
They are in counseling. And she goes, yes, I might be too blocked off.
Yes. Okay, now let me pull on it. And I'm sorry, honey, you're asking, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting.
Okay. And thank you, Magus, for being here. Amanda Mama Sushi is here. Jason is in Georgia. Hello, Melly. Welcome.
Can you put her name up again really quick, just for 1 second? I want to see how she. Care Bear Bard of Cards. Okay, I had the Bard of Cards thing kind of goofed up. Okay, thank you. And it's Karen, right?
Karen.
Yes. Karen. Okay.
That's what it's all about. So Karen, I'm going to go ahead and so I pulled from my witch oracle, woman in total control of herself. And I also pulled from my lunatic Lenormand. So Karen, the dreamer, honey, I know this is you. I know you're dreaming of being able to work this out. I know you're dreaming of wanting to have that that happy marriage, that happy home. These are dreams that you have that you would like to see, having this security, this stability, while developing your channel and your astrology. You have so many beautiful dreams. Don't drop them and lose them. I know that, counseling can help, but sometimes there's just so much counseling that can be done if the other person isn't willing to have the proper conversation. Rain and Ange have talked about this with their Beyond the Veil with communication styles. But I know that you have all these beautiful dreams, and you want everyone to be happy. You want him to be happy. You want to be happy. You want the best for your beautiful children. On to the next. I did get the witch card, woman in total control of herself. So, sweetheart, this is you. You have got to take control of what you can take control for yourself. You've done your work. You've done your part. And if he does not want, and I'm not pulling into his energy cards on him, but I'm just focusing on you, sweetheart. If there is obvious signs that there is no commitment, of equal commitment from him, you are in control of, your life moving forward. You will take control, and you can, because, sweetheart, you are the trailblazer. If you have to walk away, blaze your own trail, move forward. You have all these beautiful animals following you. You're reaching up, and that beautiful owl of wisdom is coming down to you, and her halo. You're connected. You're connected with your intuition. You know, I don't say to a certain degree, but when something is just not going to work, when you know that something just isn't going to, I don't want it to sound cold, Karen, honey. But you have that beautiful intuition, connection to spirit, seeing the signs, reading the cards, connecting with your dreams as well. Also, again, paying attention to dreams as well. But taking control, you can be the trailblazer for yourself, as an example for your beautiful children. And honey, at the bottom, I got the Lion Queen. And the Lion Queen, like the Strength card, you are strong. You stand in your power. You hold that staff. You stand strong. You have your boundaries, and you stick to them. I don't know what more to say with the Strength card. That's within you. And that beautiful line, again, that's your innate nature. Not allowing him to, or anybody for that matter, to provoke you to the point where you lose your sense of sovereignty, where you lose your sense of, whether it's through, what's that, like gaslighting is popping into my head. And people who are narcissistic, that lion is next to you, that beautiful lion. that Leo energy, that sun energy. You stand in your power, sweetheart. And I pulled a couple cards for my lunatic Lenormand. I know, sweetheart. I know. Um, I did get out of the lunatic Lenormand. I got the house. So again, this has to do with house and home. And with this deck too, this house is kind of decrepit. It's falling apart. There's a lot of repairs that need to be done. Early ritual, not all Scorpios. Yes, Tom. I did get the crow, and the crow or is this Raven? Um, I think this is Raven actually. This is an Edgar Allan Poe deck, so I believe this is a Raven, but it's the bird card, and the bird is about messages, like with the trail, the trail card. I know you're receiving the messages. I know you're getting the hits. You're feeling that within you. You're exploring every avenue, and in the end, continue whatever it is to blaze your own trail, to make your own way, your own journey for you and for your kids. And with the ravens, that's that message there. And with them standing on a skull, and death, rebirth. So again, ravens and crows, they're powerful, they're magical, setting your intentions, tapping into your magic. Do not be afraid of your magic. I mean, look at all the beautiful animals that are following you, that are connected with you. Animals are like angelic energy, especially with our pets. So tap into your animal totems, tap into the earth, tap into your inner Leo. And girl, at the end of it all, I did get the bouquet, which is about success and joy and happiness and fulfillment and prosperity. So remember, you are in control. You are the woman in total control of herself. And you got this, girl. And we're all here for you. And I'll see what Allyson has for you. And if you want, Karen, I can also, like, off to the side, if you want to email me or something. If you have, want me to pull a few more cards on something, let me know.
Hey, Karen. I asked what you should do. I didn't mean to. I meant to ask what you were asking on, but I was sitting here thinking about it all, and then I realized that's what I had done. So I'm just to be perfectly honest. I'm very pessimistic about this sort of thing. Because I don't like that kind of a dynamic. I don't know your life. I don't know the exact stuff, but I got a couple things, and just from your energy and all of that when you first said what you said, and I don't like it. I'm just being honest. I just don't like it. So that doesn't mean that he's not a great guy. Maybe he is, and I'm sure he loves you and he loves your girls, but there's some incompatibility stuff. There just is. So this is energy, and it can change. I think at some point that's what I think. Eventually. That could be 10 years down the road. I don't know. But unless things change, yeah. I got you defending yourself and 5 of Pentacles. Bye. See ya. And in the outcome, 2 of Blades, the decision to Ace of Wands. See ya. So is this going to happen? You already know. Who knows? This is the energy as it reads now. And again, I asked him, what's going to happen with this? It looks like in a lot of ways you do have what you need, right? 9 of Pentacles. In a lot of ways, it doesn't mean your life is perfect, right? But a lot is there. The hidden influence, the Queen of Swords, that's you, right? And I'm sure you can use the pros and the cons of being the Queen of Swords when you need to. And as a Gemini, I know you do speak your truth at sometimes, but that's a very interesting dynamic. And I don't need to tell you that, astrology. So, we all have our light side and our dark side, right? And Geminis have the 2 different personalities going on, right? And Scorpios can be wonderful. In fact, I love Scorpios. But man, Scorpio feels cornered. They've got a lethal mouth. They can verbally execute you. So, yeah, it's just, it's tough. It's hard. It's challenging. And again, sorry, I don't know if you were looking for this, and sorry if it's too intense, but that's what I'm getting. Again, this is more of a what's going to happen with this is what I read on this. So is this going to come to pass? Who knows? But that's where the energy is now, or if it doesn't change or whatever, because we all have a breaking point, right? And I don't know what it looks like. This could be, and again, you know, tarot, this could be very, very, very dramatic, but I'm just telling you what they are. I showed you the cards. That's what I got. And I did, just for fun, I pulled from the horror oracle, because it is Halloween time, and I got the trickster, and I don't know this deck yet, so I'll read you what that means. This is that clown from It, and this is what it says. It says, the quote on it is, "I'm everything you were ever afraid of." And again, so like this is kind of like relates to the movie, but then there's an actual message and whatever. And it says, appearances can be deceiving and playful seeming mischief, especially if coded as harmless, can be fueled by a subterranean animus. No one is ever, quote, just kidding, quote. Bright, distracting balloons can hide a toothy maw, meaning a disfigured mouth. A figure as old as time, the trickster will use our own thoughts and fears against us if they can. Be mindful of manipulation as you proceed. So that's the message. Anyways, I wish you all the luck in the world. And again, I didn't exactly pull on what you asked because my mind got all into it. And I have an emotional attachment to this kind of stuff. So I'm sorry, but that is what I read on. I didn't read on your actual question. So my bad. Good luck.
Okay. And she says, very true, Allyson. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I'm being fair in my perception of events.
The fact that you are even thinking that way, my dear, you are. The fact that you even think that way, right? So I'm sure you're always being fair. Can you have explosive moments? Of course you can. But yeah, so good luck.
All righty. So we are at 9:24. Are you okay? We have Carolyn Booker, we have Audra, and then we have a new subscriber, Robin. So are you okay
Sure.
for 3 more? Okay. And then I'll put questions closed. Let me just put this in there right now. And so Carolyn has an interesting question for us. Hi, ladies, sending love. Who is with me every night? Harry, John, or Matt?
She's asking us.
Us. I know, Carolyn. You're the one that's tapped in.
That's I mean, I do get stuff once in a while, but like my cards can't give me a name. Wait, how can I do this? Hold on.
I pulled some cards.
And how can I do this? I do have some letters. Actually, I know how. Go ahead, Heather. I will. I'm gonna have to do 3 polls, but let me see.
Okay.
Hi, ladies. Who is with me every night?
So, Carolyn, what I'm going to do is I pulled some cards, and I got a couple guys in here in the cards, but I want to read what I have here, and then I'm hoping, or I'm being led to feel that this might describe the person that you are inquiring about. Maybe it'll be one of them. So the first card I have is the 4 of Wands. So this feels very celebratory. There was a beautiful celebration, loving to party, loving to having a very beautiful, beautiful home, a celebration of life. The next card I have is the 6 of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles was somebody who was very generous, very giving. Um, they, when they had the little extra, if they could give to somebody, they would do that. I mean, I know his face looks a little grumpy, but they didn't mind being able to share or to give when they could. And I think maybe some of the puss, the in the face might have been somebody who, knew how to call BS when they saw it or they felt it. So this is new, Carolyn. Bear with me. So I'm feeling that this was somebody who was very generous, that did like to give to other people when they could. This individual, King of Cups, was somebody who was very grounded, but also very in touch with their emotions. They knew how to, I don't want to say rule, they knew how to address relationships, whether with family, friends, or work, from a very loving place. They were very much in tune with their intuitive self, very much in touch with their feminine side. The King of Cups, just feels very much like not necessarily like the knight in shining armor kind of cups, but just somebody that was just very loving, was very giving of themselves, but yet just like this guy here, had boundaries, knew that they wouldn't be able to be taken advantage of. They could emotionally, see, and knew where to put their time, their emotions into, if that makes sense. And there was something else with this King of Cups that I wanted to say. It's interesting how the water is going up. The emotions, they would always bring, for me, I'm looking at them feeling that if somebody was down, he knew how to emotionally bring somebody up, to cheer somebody up. Um, Very maybe a Pisces, an individual who was a Pisces, Scorpio, and I'm trying to remember who the other, Cancer. It might have been this person. They might have been that you're asking about. Could have been one of those signs. And the overall bottom I also pulled was the Nine of Pentacles. So this person again, very independent, very not saying wealthy, but very well taken care of, independent, financially stable, secure, spiritually secure. Um, that loved to celebrate life, loved life, did not mind giving when they could to charity or to help out others, and was also emotionally there for people. So, Carolyn, I hope this describes one of the gentlemen that you were asking about, and I'll give it over to Allyson.
Matt. Matt. I pulled this card. This is the Jaws card. Not this character, but the other character, the guy near the end that gets eaten. Matt. That's what I got.
Okay.
Did she say anything?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Harry, John, or Matt?
So, and look at this. Karen said, Carolyn, I pulled a Six of Pence for you too. So Karen, you and I got the same. And that water, that deep cup, I got the King of Cups, which made me feel very deep in their emotions, very kind, very loving, very much in their emotions. Very, very interesting. So I'm going back down to see if Carolyn said anything. No, Carolyn, the suspense. And Care Bear said that, Carolyn, they are trying to give you help and comfort in their own way. Perhaps these may have been people she just recently lost. And that Four of Wands, if this is true, Carolyn, that Four of Wands that I got could have been like a celebration of their life. That they were there for the celebration. I know they're in spirit, but I'm just feeling like this was very much a person who really celebrated life.
Oh, you know what? I should maybe read that card for Carolyn.
So Matt is
because
the
of the
only
water.
one alive, she said.
The deep. Matt is the only one alive, a wonderful man. Okay, well, let me read you. And again, I'm not saying I'm right, but Matt, the character, that's why I thought, well, that would be what it would be for this movie. Let me read you what this card says. Because I was going by names. I was trying to get the name. Experts and authorities can prove unreliable, especially when their status, reputation, or self-regard factor into their actions. When made aware of a deeper problem lurking below our surface perceptions, the first instinct may be to seek such help. Even so, it may ultimately be up to us to blow this thing out of the water. Preparation is your own key. Preparation most of all. You're going to need a bigger boat. Was there anybody who's involved in this that wasn't prepared? And that's why this happened. It's the only thing that I can get from this. But again, I was just asking which of these people, and this was the card that I pulled. Again, I don't really have a way to pull on specific people. I could use, like I said, if I'd known, it's, well,
see, I thought all three men were in spirit. So when she said who was with
but she said one of them's not even crossed. So
I know, that's why I was kind of confused. I thought
I don't know why she's at, unless it's somebody who's on life support or something. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think of that. Whew.
Which, when that is the case, and we don't know. I mean, they do often, you're out of body, and she would know that.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and Robin, are you still here? I haven't seen you commenting. Robin is new. I just want to see if Robin is still here. I told her that, or him, that I would put them in the into the queue, and I wanted to read for them because they're new. So just give it a moment. We have known each other for 40 years. This Matt that's still alive, Carolyn? I don't know. Is he I don't know. I'm just confused, Carolyn, a little bit, honey, because when you said which ones were with you, I thought they were all they were all in spirit, and so I wasn't sure if is Matt like Allyson said, on life support or something, or is Matt one of those kind of individuals that can leave an astral travel, and that's why you might feel him around you. But 40 years, that's a long time, sweetheart. So I haven't seen Robin comment. So Audra, are you still here, honey? Audra or Robin? Or if Carolyn, if it's easier for you to email me or Allyson with more information if you want to keep that private. Audra, because I know that Ramon just went live, so we may have people over in another chat or in another live. So okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're still here. They probably took off. Alrighty. Or Audra might have lost her internet too, because I think sometimes her internet goes up and down. Well, I think that was our last request then.
Alrighty.
So I guess we'll end it there. And everybody, thank you for joining Allyson and I tonight. Some very interesting readings. And Allyson, you got anything else coming up next week?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Thank you, Melly. Karen giving us hearts. Melly says beautiful readings. And yes, sending lots of love to Carolyn. So Carolyn, yeah,
I'm so sorry, Carolyn. That's just
what? Come here. You want to say goodnight to everybody before we end? Come here. I don't know, Carolyn, if you lost people because of Helene or not, or in Florida. So, alrighty. So we'll end the show. End the show together. So everybody, thank you. Tomorrow night, if internet works, I'm going to be a guest with Ginger and Nancy on Ginger's channel for another rock and roll tarot, and we're going to be sharing our high school playlists
Oh,
from when we were
nice.
back in the day. So that's going to be tomorrow night. And then Sunday afternoon, Spiritual Rain or Rain is going to be joining Nancy and I for Get Your Craft On. And Rain's going to be showing us some fun little Halloween crafts that she made.
Aw.
And then on Melly, I think it's 7. Take a look at Ginger's. I haven't received the link yet, so I'm not quite sure, honey. Because of Ginger and Nancy being in the Carolinas, we're hoping that their internet will be up and strong for the show. And on Monday, another Divine Feminine with Nancy and I, and then Tuesdays TTT with Jackie and Rain, and then that's it for now. So say thank you everybody for coming, and we hope everybody has a great weekend. And thanks for a wonderful. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Carolyn said yes. He is alone a lot. The way you described him, it was Harry Nilsson, the singer. Interesting. Carolyn, we'll be in touch so that I know exactly, what was what with the cards and with our readings. So alrighty. Thank you so much, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye bye. Say bye.